So I'm going to share with you one of my favorite sauces. It's in my cookbook. I believe you can find the recipe on my website as well if you go to the recipe section. It's very similar to this sauce here. It's just a classic barbecue sauce that you might find in Kansas City, you might find in Tennessee. But I'm here to tell you, I worked on this recipe, I really liked it, and then over time, I modified it. I'm going to modify the recipe for today. So first of all, we're going to start with 3 cups of tomato ketchup. Next, we're going to add 1 cup of, you can either use dark brown sugar. Today I'm using light brown sugar. We're going to use 2 types of vinegar. The first one we're going to use is 3/4 of a cup of white vinegar. And then 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar, 3 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce, 1/4 cup of molasses, 2 teaspoons of granulated garlic, 2 teaspoons of granulated onion, 1/2 teaspoon of kosher salt, 1.5 teaspoons of fresh cracked black pepper, 1 tablespoon of smoked paprika, 1 tablespoon of sweet paprika, 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper, 2 teaspoons of fresh ground cumin, 1 tablespoon of cool smoked chili powder. You can find that recipe on my website or in my cookbook. As I've had time to use this sauce many times, I increased the water that you'll find as it's written in my cookbook or on my website. So my recipe, those places says 3/4 of a cup. I'm doubling it up. I'm gonna do 1.5 cups. As I kind of just spent a little more time with this recipe, I felt like by doubling the water, I felt like the flavor got, it was actually nicer being diluted a little bit. The mouthfeel, it was a little bit pasty with only 3/4 of a cup of water. So by turning it by doubling it and going to 1.5 cups, I like the texture, the mouthfeel of the sauce better, and I actually like the flavor better. So next steps is we're just gonna mix it all up, making sure it's well combined. I'm gonna move it to a sauce pot, and on a very low heat, we're gonna just bring it to a gentle simmer. I'm not looking to reduce this down. I don't need to concentrate the flavors anymore by reducing. I want these flavors to meld. So that's it, easy peasy. It's very similar to my bottled sauce, classic barbecue sauce, cool smoked barbecue sauce. It's about 2 quarts. Doesn't take that long to make. It'll keep for weeks in the refrigerator.